All right. Good morning, traders. Today is December 12th, 2024. My name is John Garrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. Appreciate that for subscribing to my content on Facebook and YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Thank you so much. All right. My SPY pivot this morning, 605.85 above it. I'm a bull, below it I'm a bear. SPY closed with 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute downtrend. SPY made a higher high and a higher low, closing above a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. FNGU and QQQ made new all-time highs. All of the Fab 5 are still in daily uptrends. Diamond Down made a lower high and a lower low, closing below a bearish trap but under the 17 EMA. IWM made a higher high and a higher low, closing inside a bearish trap over the 17. Gold starts a new uptrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. Silver still in a downtrend, made a higher high and a higher low. Made an outside day. Closing outside day is a higher high, and a lower low. Closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. UNG still in a downtrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17. USO in an uptrend, made a higher high and a higher low, closing above the bullish trap but over the 17 EMA. USO still in that wedge. And the US dollar index still in an uptrend, closed near 106.64 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. All right, first chart we'll look at is SPY. All right, the pivot this morning is going to be 605.85, which is right on top of these right here in the beginning of this, 605.85. So above that, I'm a bull. So price action coming up over 608.07, 608.05. That represents a green erases red. Okay, so what would be the red? Let's take a look from here down to this low. All right, would be the red that's erased. Now they could go lower, but the pivot's at 605.85. They very well could go lower, but there's the first green erases red based on the pre-market activity, 608.07. So that would be my bullish entry for the game plan. On the bearish entry, okay, so if we got below these candles right here, right through this consolidation, we got underneath this support at 605.32, right there, 605.50, right there. We broke down below that. I think I want to be a bear below that, okay? Because that would be red erases all of the green, okay? And where would the green be? From here, okay? Where would the green be? From here, all the way up, okay? That would be the green erases. That would be the red erases the green. Okay, so red erases green. That's where I want to enter down there. So that's my game plan. Up above 608, I'm a bull. Down below here, down below 605.30 area, I want to be a bear. So that would break all this consolidation right through there. So that's what I'm looking at this morning. So there's SPY. That's on a 15-minute chart. Let's go visit the 10-minute and the 15-minute chart. And start off with the 10. You can see we have the faster moving average. That's the 3 EMA. Down underneath the slower moving average. That's the 8 and the 17, which is the red dots. Okay, so we have a bearish downtrend on the 10-minute chart. So we have a downtrend on the 10-minute chart. All right, on the 2-hour chart, a little bit different. Going into the close, we have the faster moving average up over the 2 slower moving averages. There's the 8, it's the white line, and the green dots, that's the 17. Okay, so we have an uptrend on the 2-hour chart. On the daily chart, you can see right here, let me pick up a clean one. All right, price action. This would be yesterday's candle, this green wiki thing. All right, price action. All right, is got the faster moving average over the two slower ones. There's the 8. The dots are the 17. Okay, so this is a daily uptrend. Okay, if we look at this on a 3-day daily uptrend. All right, weekly weekly uptrend, monthly uptrend. Okay, see the pattern here. 2 months uptrend. Everything is in an uptrend. All right, except the 10 minutes on a downtrend when we came into close last night. All right, so there's SPY. So I gave you the game plan. Let's go take a look at the MMRP. All right, because that's what started everything. So let's start with the MMRP and let's see what I can get for production out of the MMRP. Okay, first 4 green igniting candles right there. It doesn't have to be 4, but you can see the igniting move. It's market maker's reversal pattern. You can see price action was once coming down, and then they ripped and changed direction. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 candle igniting move. Now you see this one, it barely makes a higher high than the previous day. Okay, so that's where my pause candles come in. All right, now I get 4 pause candles right here, 4 of them. Okay, then I get 4 that check support. Okay, why check support? Because, well, price action broke through all of this resistance that was holding these candles down right there. See all these wicks? Price was being held down. Well, we blast through it. Now they want to check and see if that that resistance that they just blasted through is going to hold price up. So now we got a check of support. 4 candles check the support right there. Those 4. Next 4, okay? Let's start off with the next 4 are price advancement candles, okay? And we get 3 groups of 4 for those, okay? Here's the first group of 4, okay? Notice the higher low and the higher high than the previous 4. Then we get another group of 4, but we had a holiday, so we're only going to take 3. Notice the higher low in the group and the higher high. Next group of 4. Notice the higher low and the higher high. Next group of 4. All right, we've got ourselves an equal low, and we're looking for that higher high coming in today. If we don't get it today, all right, then this pattern is going to be broken. We got an equal low roughly, all right, and we're looking for the higher high to be produced today. So there we are with the MMRP. I usually only count on 3 price advancement moves. Okay, sometimes these could be 1 candles, all right? Could be a 1 igniting candle, like 1 hourly candle or 1 2-hour candle, okay? So this one happens to be 4 daily candles, all right? I only count on 3 price advancement moves, okay? This is a 4 candle MMRP, so they come in groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one just happens to be 3 because we had a holiday in there. So there's 1, 2, 3 on that one. All right. So there we are with the market maker's reversal pattern. Notice how nicely this played out. I mean, that was super clean, exactly like the like the slide that I train people with, traders with, is this MMRP. All right. Another word for this is a J hook. All right. That right there is a J hook. Price comes up. Okay. Price comes up through the resistance, pulls back to support, and then J hooks out of there. Okay. That is exactly what just happened here. Price went up, pulled back, and then J hooked out of there. That really is just a J hook right there. But I call it the market maker's reversal pattern. simply because we were going down and then we jerked back up to the upside, ripping through some of the resistance over here. All that resistance right in through here. All right, so there's SPY on the daily chart, and there's the MMRP. Again, we have to make, in other words, we have to make a new all-time high today. If not, the market maker's pattern is going to be broken. So we'll see what happens. All right, we're currently in kind of a 2-hour market maker's reversal pattern that kind of started yesterday. All right, and I'll show you, actually, yeah, it's a double 2 hour, so it's actually like a 4 hour. So here we are here. Price action was coming down. All right, price action is coming down. We jerk in the opposite direction. Okay, so here we go, sliding up. So here's 1, 2. So there's 2 candles right there. 2 candles of pause. All right, and now we're looking for 2 candles this morning to probably check the support area, and that would be the resistance that we just broke through. So where would the resistance be? Right here. Okay, right on that anchored VWAP. So that's the all-time high anchored VWAP. Look, watch what happens if I stick that in there. You can see right here is our all-time high anchored VWAP, right about there, 605.85. You can see the pink line. Let me take my stuff out of there so you can see it clearly. All right, let me take off the 3 EMA. Let me edit that for just a second. Okay, now you can start kind of see the pink line. You see how the green one, that's our pivot. All right, you can see the market maker's reversal pattern. We broke through resistance. Notice price was being held down by resistance, and we busted through it, and now we're back up here again. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm going to crank the 3 back up because we no longer need to look at that. So there's the SPY, kind of on a 2-hour candle. Actually, just call it a 4-hour candle. Price advance MMRP. Price moving down, 4 hours up. All right, 4 hours hold. Now we're going to look for 4 hours to check support. Now it's imperative that support holds. If support doesn't hold, okay, you can't get the price advancement moves. All right, so we need price to hold in this area, and then we'll look for a 4-hour move to the upside, hopefully coming in here, taking out and producing new all-time highs today. All right, so we'll see what happens. Let me move this out of the way. Let's go to some other charts. Start off with the daily chart. Okay, first one, QQQ. QQQ, here's yesterday's price action, new all-time high. Okay, doesn't get any better than that. New all-time high for QQQ. FNGU. All right, what happened yesterday? It's this green candle right here, new all-time high. Again, it doesn't get any better than that. Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow got a lower low and a lower high. Okay, closing underneath. Bearish trap underneath the 17, underneath the prior all-time high anchored VWAP. So Diamond Dow kind of losing the gusto right there. Still up in quadrant 4. Still making higher lows and higher highs. We'll see if they can make a higher low here and produce some mustard to get back up here and challenge those highs. We'll see. Doesn't look like they're done coming down yet. All right, so currently underneath the prior all-time high anchored VWAP, and if we grab this one and load it up here, there's your all-time high. You can clearly see this red candle closed below this anchored VWAP and below this anchored VWAP. All right, so waiting for them to find support. Where they find support, unknown. Will they have to come all the way down to here to find support? It could be. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's Diamond Dow on the daily chart. All right, let's take a look at IWM. This is the Russell 2000. Russell 2000. This would be yesterday's candle right here. Higher low, higher high, but red. Okay, closing inside a bearish trap over the rising 17 EMA. Okay, over the 17. I like that. That's bullish. Okay, in the bearish trap, not so much. Up in quadrant 4, that's bullish. Up over a prior all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish. So everything's still bullish on the Russell 2000. They've had about a 2-week rest here, maybe an extended rest. All right, it's time for them to start moving up. Not sure they got it in them to go any higher. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's IWM. All right, still bullish, still making higher lows and higher highs. Diamond Dow's doing the same thing. All right, just not making new highs right now. All right, so after making this new high, they need kind of a, looks like they got themselves a 10-day rest there or more. All right, let's go take a look at our technicals. Technicals did not look good. All right, we got ourselves a downtrend here, and it looked hopeful breaking out up here, looking like maybe they would hold this area up here in the buyer's chop zone and grind their way back up into the buy zone, into the overbought zone. They didn't do it. They lost it yesterday. They came back down here, flew over the seller's chop zone, over the sell zone, straight to the oversold zone, and then the bulls threw them out, and then they wound up spending the whole day chomping around inside the seller's chop zone. Okay, what I do like about yesterday's price action is these lower highs right here. So those lower lows. Got a rising set of lows there. Okay, so I like that. And another rising set of lows here and here. Okay, so I like that. Instead of, sloping down like we are here and like we are here, we seem to have changed direction. See how we're sloping down here, here, here. So maybe the tempo has changed. Maybe the bulls have taken over here. We'll see, but they have to get back into at least the buyer's chop zone and then into the buy zone before they can really get going, okay? So they're just battling it out right now. So there's T21.22, again, making lower highs. So that's not a good look. So we very well could find ourselves down here again this morning. We'll see what happens. All right, that's T21.22. Let's take a look at T21.23. All right, price action is moving down. Okay, moving down and then making a bear flag. Not a good look. All right. Notice we also have a gap right here that the bulls never filled. All right. Notice they went up and over. They couldn't complete the task and fill the gap. Okay. They couldn't get that done. So that's a little bit of a sign. We're getting some weakness, some profit taking. We'll see if they can spin it around. There's T21.23. You can see on the 15-minute chart, we're now under a flat 200 SMA on the 15. Okay. But we are still up at the highs. Okay. If we look at this, you can still see we're up at the highs over here. Still up in quadrant 4, just consolidating over to the right. Okay. Possible move to the upside. We'll see. As long as they continue to making higher lows and higher highs, got to stick with them. All right. They're just having some rest days right here. Keep in mind, it was only 2 or 3 days ago that T21.23 put in new all-time highs right there. So on the 5th. So that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 trading days ago. They made new all-time highs. Okay, so 4-day rest, nothing wrong with that, all right? We're not breaking support. We're just hanging out and consolidating up here. Nice consolidation is good. I like to see those levels get put in. That provides the support for the next move up, all right? So it provides a launch pad, actually, for the next move up. So there's T21.23. Let's go take a look at the 3-bar chart. Okay, same thing's happening, okay? Price action moved up, and it's moving over, kind of consolidating. It's up in quadrant 4. That's bullish, all right? Yesterday, not quite the candles we're looking for, but 3 more red candles. But we aren't falling down, okay? Notice we didn't go up and then straight back down, okay? We're going up and we're holding this higher ground. That's something that I like to see. So there's T2123 up in quadrant 4, still bullish, still up over the rising 200 SMA. All right, let's take a look at FNGU. Still bullish outlook on T2123. FNGU yesterday, green from the beginning. There's a reversal if I've ever seen one. To the end of the day, nice look for FNGU. SPY kind of went up and then kind of faded back. FNGU has gone up and made ourselves a bull flag up here. So nice look for FNGU. That's kind of bullish. I think I see some more upside coming today. So we went up, maybe another up move again today. We'll see what happens. So there's FNGU on the 15 over the rising 200 SMA, making new all-time highs yesterday. Moving up, making a bull flag at the end of the day here, actually just kind of grinding up and then flagging out to the right. Holding that higher ground over the VWAP, I like that. So that's bullish on FNGU. That should be bullish for the SPY, bullish for the QQQ. Definitely bullish for the QQQ, but SPY, we've got some headwind with T2123 taking some profit here. Not to mention T2122, because the SPY has 500 securities in it, whereas the NASDAQ QQQ only has 100. Most of them are technology. But if we come back here, you can see we are in T2123. We are moving down from where we were. Okay, so maybe they turn it around. We'll see. All right, the same with T2123. Again, we're moving down from where we were. So we were up here and we're moving down. All right, I do like this. So maybe we turn it around. We'll see what happens. All right, so we got the MMRP. You see the pressure. It's going to be tough for SPY today. If they make a new all-time high, I don't really see them making much of a significant new high. We'll see if they just get up there and make it by a penny. That'll be good for me. That'll be good. T2122, bear flag. Yes. Yes, that's a bear flag. Yep. Trash that out. You got this move down and then a move up right there. Still bear flag mode. Unless they can have some continuation with that, all right, and start grinding their way back up through this resistance right here. Look, you can see where they found support there and there. If they can get back up through this midpoint resistance and hold this area higher ground up here, that will be bullish. We'll see what happens. Right now, you're absolutely right. Bear flag, T2122. All right, let's take a look at some sectors. All right, first sector we're going to take a look at. Let's take a look at SMH. Now, SMH is in a downtrend. Okay, SMH got themselves into a downtrend by making lower lows. Okay, so here was a low, and they made lower lows. So they got themselves into a downtrend right there. If SMH can take out this high, they will break the downtrend. They will negate the downtrend and convert to an uptrend. Just have to take out that high. Nice reversal yesterday. Okay. Like to see some follow through. Couldn't quite complete the bullish engulfing move. All right. So tough day for SMH. Still stuck in a downtrend. Hey, still over the midpoint. Okay, so here's our midpoint right here. We're still on the bullish side of the midpoint. We're just not in the upper third right here. Okay, like to see us in the upper third, upper quadrant. Okay, so just kind of neutral sitting here right now. So there's SMH on the daily chart. Like to see this climb up into there. It's going to take the semiconductors. That's the semiconductor sector right there. Okay, so like to see the SMH climb into that upper third. We'll see what happens, all right? Made a lower high yesterday, a higher low. Couldn't quite complete the higher high. Looks like an inside day near the upper half. So that was a nice move on the SMH. Got to see some follow through today. All right, so still stuck in a downtrend, but on the bullish side of the midpoint. All right, let's take a look at next one. Let's take a look at XLK. XLK, a lot different than SMH. XLK moving up, kind of holding the higher ground up here. Okay, up in quadrant 4, that's bullish. All right, up over the trap, that's bullish. Up over the rising 17 is bullish. Up over prior all-time high anchored VWAP, also bullish. So XLK really looking bullish, looking a lot better than SMH. All right, so I like XLK right now. So you can see QQQ, mainly a tech-oriented index, hitting new all-time highs. Pretty easy when you get the XLK sector making new all-time highs as well. So there's XLK. All right, let's go take a look at the next ones. The next one, XLI. XLI just kind of neutral. Okay, why? Because it's just, it's a move up and a move back. All right. Still bullish. If they do break this low, they will start a new downtrend. All right. Still in the upper third. Okay. Upper third's like right through here. Still in the upper third. But if they break that low, they'll convert the uptrend into a downtrend. So there's XLI, still bullish, mainly neutral right there, XLI. Let's take a look at XLU and then XLE. XLU's utility sector. All right, let's try it one more time. Utility sector, okay, you can see again, kind of neutral to bullish. Okay, moving up. And then giving it up right there. That's still kind of neutral right there. Okay, now they started a downtrend because they made a lower low on the XLU. So they started a downtrend yesterday, making lower lows. So XLU just kind of neutral to bullish, but in a downtrend. All right, they can negate that downtrend if they take out this high up here. All right, either that or create a lower high, like maybe somewhere around here, and then take it out. Okay, so a lot of work to be done for XLU. All right, don't really plan on XLU making new all-time highs because it's typically a defensive sector. All right, it's usually a place money runs to in a recession because you know there's not going to be a whole lot of retail, a whole lot of housing, a whole lot of anything going on that's going to be good. So you might as well park your money in the utilities and live off the dividends. So until the bull market comes back. All right, so there's XLU. All right, kind of coming off those all-time highs, still neutral to bullish up here. All right, over the midpoint, so it's still neutral bullish. Now in a downtrend. Let's take a look at XLE. Let's try it again. XLE is our energy sector. Energy sector doing about the same thing as XLU, again, or XLI. Going up and giving it up. Okay, XLE still in an uptrend. They will break the uptrend if they take out that low. Currently on the bearish side of the midpoint, not liking that. All right, currently on the bearish side of the all-time high anchored VWAP, not liking that so much either. It's the all-time high anchored VWAP. Notice we're no longer over it. All right, maybe we set a higher low and go back up here and make a higher high. We'll see. There's XLE, just kind of neutral through here. Okay, definitely not in the upper third, definitely not in the upper quadrant, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. Just neutral, hasn't made a lower low yet, so it's just neutral. So there's XLE. Let's take a look at, what's the next one we want to look at? Let's take a look at XLF. Okay, financials. Up in quadrant 4, still bullish, but notice, up, and giving it up. Okay, so just kind of neutral bullish up here. That's it. We're underneath the prior all-time high anchored VWAP and the all-time high anchored VWAP if we stick one in there. Okay, all-time high would be right there. You can see price action underneath the prior all-time high anchored VWAP and the all-time high anchored VWAP. Still up in quadrant 4. That's bullish. Moving up, giving it up. We'll see what they want to do. Maybe they want to go back up and hold next time. We'll see. This is the financial sector. All right. Still haven't filled this bearish gap down here. This bullish gap. All right. So bears are definitely not in charge. Just a little profit taking there from the bulls. XLF. Let's take a look at XRE. No, XRT. All right, XRT on the daily chart, okay, putting in a nice bull flag, okay, so moving up and then over to the right, okay, so or up and over to the right. Either way you look at it, nice bull flag there, holding the higher ground, something I like to see. Closing up over the bullish trap, over rising 17, up in quadrant 4, XRT looking good. Okay, so where's the all-time high anchored VWAP? Right down here. Where are the all-time highs? 88.48 is not the all-time high. Okay, it just happens to be my target. All right, so we'll see if they get there maybe before Christmas, and I think they will. Keep an eye on Amazon, Walmart, and Costco. So there's XRT moving to the upside right there. Okay, nice bullish breakout, 10 months of consolidation right through here in a bull flag. See, a move up and then a bull flag over to the right, holding that higher ground. Now, guess what? We're getting the breakout right here. Okay, so we'll see what happens. All right, it's looking good so far. XRT. All right, last sector, complete disappointment, is the transports. And if that's this morning's candle, that's not a good look either. That's not a good look. All right. All right, so here's the transports. Yesterday's candle. I don't even know if that's the right candle. I don't even think it is. Yeah, see, they closed at the low. So that should be a red candle. All right, so when you move from here down to here and you close here, that's a red candle, not a green one. All right, so they closed somewhere down here. Let me draw a line in. All right, because that's the wrong candle. So they closed somewhere right about there. They made lower lows and lower highs. So you can see transports losing the edge. Here would be the upper third right there, this pink line. Everything above that would be upper 30%, 33%. So they're losing the upper third. They've lost the uptrend line. They've lost the all-time high anchored VWAP. You can see we're underneath that. And we're underneath a prior all-time high anchored VWAP. We're underneath another prior all-time high anchored VWAP. And we're headed back towards the midpoint. Okay, so transports just completely losing it yesterday and all this week. Really, all this week, just kind of losing it. We do have AVGO earnings coming out, I think, tonight. Let me just say that could reverse things that are going down. We'll see what happens, all right? So there's the daily chart. Transports trend. All right, see that? Transports now in a downtrend because they made a lower low. All right, so transports in a downtrend, no longer in the upper third, no longer in the upper quadrant. So what do we got here? Just neutral to bullish. See, up and giving it up. All right, so neutral bullish at this time. A lot of action going on there. I could probably take this one out. All right, I could probably remove that, delete that. Actually, just move this one up to the high. So once we get out, we're going to need to get over that in order to start making new highs. Okay, and there's the uptrend line. You can take this out and this out. All right, so let's go take a look at the economics package. All right, on the economics front, what do we have? Here's the dollar. making higher lows and higher highs. Dollar's in an uptrend. Don't want a strong dollar because strong dollar makes our goods and services more expensive to foreign countries. Dollar closed, ratcheting right back up again, around 106.66. All right, yesterday. Max Pain, let's refresh that. Max Pain for today is 606. We got 1 1/4, 1 1/5 puts to every call that expired today. So not really a put squeeze available out there. All right. And Max Pain is 606. We're probably close to that area right now. On the economics calendar, what do we have for today? Jobless claims. Thank you, Alan. PPI final demand, 8:30. Jobless claims, 8:30. Gas report at 10:30, and a light day for the rest of the day. Tomorrow, another light day. Import-export prices, 8:30, and a rig count at 1. That's it. Light day, all right, for the rest of the week. All right, so the main event was yesterday, CPI, 8:30, and CPI kind of, inflation kind of reared its head up again. All right, so not a good look for that. And on the earnings front, what do we have for Thursday? ABGO, this can move the markets, all right? 835 billion, almost $1 trillion, all right? That can move the markets. And Costco, 437 billion, all right? That can move the markets as well, okay? That's almost $500 billion. That's almost a whole trillion. They're just short, but those two going to be reporting tonight. Will make Friday interesting. Let's see what we got for Friday. Really just familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets there. BHP reports on Monday. They're not sure what time they want to report yet. That's it. All right. So I'll see everybody in probably 35, 40 minutes, and we'll kick off this market. I think we're pulling back for that 4-hour MMRP right now. Hopefully support will hold. We'll see what happens. All right. Thank you, everybody. Q's making new all-time highs. All right, made a new all-time high yesterday on Q's. On the 10-minute for the Q's. Pivot's going to be, I don't want to break this support right through here. Okay, I don't want to break through. We blasted through there. They can pull back to here and still remain bullish. All right, so I'd like to see maybe I really like to see them hold here. All right. If they break through this 524.21, probably going to be a bear on the Qs. I'd look for a bounce on the Qs right here, right across that 3-peak shelf right there. Okay, maybe even right there. Okay, that would be support. 525.48. I would look for a bounce off 525.48. Look for the bounce. Wait for the 10-minute uptrend to start. Okay. RHX. Try it again. Yeah, I don't get that one. Oh, thanks. All right. All right, traders, 40 minutes. I'll be back. All right. Thank you.